The New England Patriots are 1-0 in preseason games, but it counts. So on today's show, I want to talk about the winners and losers that I saw in the first preseason games versus the Carolina Panthers, which they did win 17-3. But before I hop into the winners and losers, first things first, if you guys want more watch parties for Patriots games, go on ahead, hit that sub button for me. We had over 40,000 views on Game 1 of the preseason, and I want to make next week bigger than ever. Go on ahead, subscribe to Patriots Today by Chat Sports, and join over 13,000 loyal subscribers. My first winner has to be Joe Milton. He came in with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter and played the rest of the ball game, and he proved he deserves to be on the New England Patriots roster as QB3. We didn't get to see enough of Drake May for me to really say whether or not Joe Milton could be a QB2, but there is no question. He is a better athlete. He's a more confident quarterback, and he has more versatility than Bailey Zappe does as a quarterback 3. With Joe Milton, he went 4 for 6, completed 54 yards, and had 1 touchdown pass. That went to Jaquay Jackson, and it was a 38-yard pass. And I'll tell you the one thing that I'm a little bit nervous about, excuse my hiccups, the one thing that I'm a little bit nervous about is that it's a blessing and a curse. Joe Milton's 38-yard pass downfield had as much effort as a 10-yard pass does, but it was still a bullet upfield to score a touchdown. The only concern I have is that he throws the same amount of strength for a upfield 40-yard pass as he does for a quick slant that is 5 yards upfield. That's where I want to see more of Joe Milton. We know he is Bazooka Joe, but can we see him do what a quarterback does and gets the first down on short slants? But nonetheless, Joe Milton, you're a winner. You want to know who's not a winner? Bailey Zappe. Bailey Zappe has time and time again shown me he has nothing else in his bag to offer the New England Patriots. When Mac Jones could not be QB1, Bailey Zappe stepped in and showed that he could also not lead the Patriots to a winning season. But Bailey Zappe didn't have a bad first preseason game. In fact, some would say he looked fine. He's a good guy, good character about himself. He just wants to win. But I don't think Bailey Zappe has it in him to win a ball game. 12 for 20 and 108 yards is not bad. No turnovers, not to mention. But Bailey Zappe doesn't have that grit, doesn't have that tenacity, doesn't have that extra oomph to allow the Patriots to be more than a 4-win team. The Patriots need to be more than a 4-win team. I think playing Bailey Zappe and playing Joe Milton primarily as their quarterbacks in preseason should lead Patriots fans to think that Bailey Zappe is done in New England. This was a game of a battle of QB3. Who is going to be QB3, Milton or Zappe? And it's clear as day, Joe Milton. Overall, the offense was well, and it was enough to beat the Panthers, but I don't think Bailey Zappe needs to be in New England any longer. More winners and losers coming up here in the back half of this show, but first things first, let me tell you guys real quick about our sponsor here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I'm talking about Game Time, my favorite app that I use to get tickets for the best seats, the best prices in the house for any concert, sporting event, or anything that floats your boat. Over a year ago, I bought tickets to go to Zach Bryan, see him at AT&T Stadium. And the reason why I use Game Time is because I wanted to see my view from the seats. I had never been to AT&T Stadium before. I wanted to see how close I could be to Zach Bryan. Well, the good news is, if you guys want to go see Joe Milton, Drake May, Bailey Zappe, or Jacoby Brissett in real time, you can go on ahead, download the Game Time app, and figure out the lowest price guaranteed for whatever seats you guys want, and see where you guys will be sitting. All you have to do is download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS. That's going to get you $20 off your first time buying tickets with terms applying. But go on ahead, download Game Time. I promise you're not going to regret it. Kayshon Boutte coming in as my winner for Patriots wide receivers. Let me tell you, this kid is showing Patriots fans why he needs to be on the 53-man roster. And Jalen Polk, he had a good game too. But the reason why I wanted to showcase Kayshon Boutte, excuse me, my goodness, these hiccups are killing me, is because you already know, you have a good feeling that Bourne, Polk, Baker, and Douglas are going to be your automatic wide receivers. But right now, you're fighting for that 5th and 6th wide receiver spot. Kayshon Boutte having 3 catches, not to mention the catch that set up the first touchdown of the ball game from Bailey Zappe to Kayshon Boutte was beautiful. 28 yards, 53 yards in total. Kayshon Boutte was climbing the ladder, drawing them in. He was reliable in the pouring down rain. Kayshon Boutte got the ball rolling for wide receivers. But for other receivers, like Mitchell WIlcox, it didn't push the needle for me. This tight end, coming from 3 years off the Cincinnati Bengals, knowing they also just drafted Jaheim Bell, knowing they have Hunter Henry, knowing they've got Austin Hooper, I think you cut Mitchell WIlcox. He showed me nothing of significance. Several drop passes, not to mention an offensive holding on a second down play. Mitchell WIlcox may have been great for the Cincinnati Bengals, but with 3 other competing tight ends in Bell, Hooper, and Henry, I don't see enough room being there for somebody like Mitchell WIlcox. And we do know that WIlcox is more so of a blocking tight end. But when it comes to his hands, and I know it's just the preseason, but in one game alone, I saw a liability. I saw flags on the field. I saw missed opportunities. And that's just not going to cut it for a team that does rely on their tight ends to get a first down, to get a touchdown as well. So Mitchell WIlcox, you're a loser for week 1. If you're with the Patriots in week 2 and week 3, I'm expecting more. But Oshane Ximines, the New York Giants legend, not much of a ball player in New York, but comes to the Patriots and immediately starts taking advantage of Matthew Judon sitting on the sideline. Ximines showed he has been working in training camp, and it translated to the field. It started off when I saw Dietrich Wise Jr. coming in for a big-time sack. But the second sack was Ximines. The man was a headhunter, a sack, a tackle for loss, 2 quarterback hits. Even though there was no sack, he got to the QB, pressuring. And I get it. Once again, it's the preseason, all right? No Bryce Young, no Andy Dalton. Take it with a grain of salt, if you will. But this is showing me the depth chart. He's not going to beat out Judon. He's not going to beat out Jelani Tavai. But if we need Ximines, excuse me, once again, in the depth chart, I trust Ximines to make the right play. He showed me he's got that dog in him. And that's all the Patriots defense is anyway. So overall, here are my winners and losers of week 1. Joe Milton, Kayshon Boutte, Oshane Ximines are going to be my winners for week 1 against the Carolina Panthers. Bailey Zappe, Mitchell WIlcox, if you get cut or traded in the next 2 weeks, I'm not going to be surprised. Thank you for what you've done for the Patriots, but I think they're going in a different direction, and you guys are not a part of it. That's just my opinion, though. The beauty of Patriots Today by Chat Sports is that I talk, I show you guys some facts, and then you guys talk. Who is your biggest winner from week 1? Go ahead, drop it in the comment section down below. If it's on offense, if it's on defense, if it's Jerod Mayo, let me know in the comment section down below. Hopefully, we get to see more Drake May in week 2. We just saw a recent press conference that Jerod Mayo said the plan was to always put in Brissett for 1 series, in May for 1 series. So I do hope that moving forward, it changes up just a little bit. But overall, who is your biggest winner from week 1? And as always, we gained hundreds of subscribers in our first preseason watch party. We're going to be live next next Thursday against the Philadelphia Eagles, and the week after that against the Washington Commanders, and every Sunday, Monday, or Thursday for the New England Patriots in the regular season. And I promise I'm not going to have the hiccups for every show that I do moving forward. Go on ahead, hit that sub button for me.